disguising so cleverly that you appear to be.
Disguise is a form of untruth. The Yi Jing teaches that stagnation is not a disguise, it is a phase.
Anja, my dear oracle, you mistake a strategic pause for stagnation. As Sun Tzu said,
Waiting is a
the supreme
condition,
art of
Jason,
war.
not a strategy. The data supports this. A choosier consumer, a cutback in discretionary
An
spending.
elegant metaphor. But a household bracing for winter is also a household conserving energy for the spring offensive.
A whip, perhaps, but a whip in the hands of a skilled rider to urge the horse forward. Volatility is not chaos, Anja. It is opportunity.
Leverage to what end? While we debate our domestic feints, the world reveals its underlying structure.
A flaw or a different design philosophy. The Nordic countries lead because they are a fleet
Potential
of small...
is not performance. Hope is not a metric. The Yi Jing hexagram for this moment is not stored potential.
Is a rant. A pivot requires a firm footing. The pivot is monetary policy beneath it.
Surrender?
Household confidence.
Good heavens, Anja, such drama. It's not surrender, it's tactical flexibility. He will win who knows when to fight and when not to fight.
A pincer movement requires two strong arms. Our data shows one arm is monetary easing and the other real
Speaking of chariots, let's turn to Poland. The new president, Nawrocki, takes the stage. His anti-government stance was
A dog that
expected.
did not bark is still a dog, Jason. It simply means the threat is latent, not absent.
And what is strategy if not the art of navigating rivers? We look to the Czech and Serbian
Reconnaissance
central
reveals
banks.
the terrain, and the terrain, as suggested by Deputy Governor Zamrzilova, is that the cycle has ended. The market has priced this in.
Before completion, not failure then, not the end, a transition.
Know the terrain. The market is a battlefield. Choose your weapons. Plenty of experts have been warning.
Valuations are stretched. AI hype, a bubble.
Others fear tariffs could stoke inflation.
All eyes were on U.S. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell's Jackson Hole speech.
If Powell was bearish, the U.S. crash might come.
He wasn't. It didn't.
The S&P 500 jumped 1.52% instead. I've got a lot of exposure to the S&P 500, my Vanguard ETF.
And you know what? Overall, they've done better than my US trackers.
Plus, Sour Day Clear, buying shares is much more fun. I'm looking to buy more, but I have to sell first to raise cash. Or flee a potential crash. That is a mug's game. I'm selling because my personal experience shows. It's potentially riskier, though. That over the long term, my money should work harder in direct equities.
My FTSE shopping list features Bunzl, HSBC, RELX.
Why London Stock Exchange Group is tempting.
The London Stock Exchange Group has had a tough run, with the share price down 10%, gone sideways for the last 5 years.
It has a big growth opportunity as it works with Microsoft to develop AI solutions for banks and asset managers.
Yet, AI could backfire.
By cutting city headcounts, meaning fewer users for London Stock Exchange tech.
and lower earnings. That's a concern.
Because the group is priced for growth, with a price-to-earnings ratio of 26.
The US dollar gained ground this week, benefiting from investors scaling back their Fed rate cut bets.
Perhaps as the blend of developments sparked some recession fears.
Perhaps as the blend of developments sparked some recession fears.
The CPI data for July corroborated that view, showing little evidence of tariff-induced inflation.
However, producer prices accelerated sharply, painting a totally different picture.
And confirming Fed Chair's view that the impact of tariffs on inflation will start appearing.
Combined with the strong preliminary S&P Global PMIs, this prompted investors to price out rate cuts.
70%.
The market does not have emotion. It is a mirror of our own.
Chaos is not the enemy. It is merely a pattern you have not yet learned to read. Found this in a late-night rabbit hole of code and philosophy. An algorithm that speaks
My grand vision, reduced to 2 fighting serpents of code. The potential is massive, but the burn rate...
Stagnation. Not the ringing endorsement I was looking for. It's telling me to stop, to pull back.
The Yi Jing gives the what, stop. Sun Tzu provides the how.
This isn't
You
giving
fall
up.
in love with your own plans. That's the trap. The point wasn't to get a yes or no. It was to understand the why. It taught me not what to think. So my little startup is saved. But so what? What's the point of building something brilliant in a...
The engine is pushing back, but a fixed mirror.
Friend circle, instantly connected. No ego, just ideas. Her biodata, his financial model. This is the network. It's not about who you know. It's what you're willing to share. So that's the journey. From a binary choice to a dynamic system.
The new conflict.
For me, it's not a choice anymore. It's a path. A path of deeper questions.